Hi, my name is Julia Zeller, and I'm a freshman at high school. I'll be talking about my life design project and what I accomplished and learned over a course of a year. When I was in middle school just learning about this class, I thought it was so cool. In my eyes, getting to pick a project of whatever you wanted to do was easy, and I knew I could do it. I knew I'd been pretty good at projects like in my English classes and my history classes before, so I thought that I could do it. When Mr. Daly came into my English class and told me about this class, I had so many ideas and I was so excited to even start on one. But when Mr. Madden and Mr. Daly was talking about it more in the first day of school, I started to get stressed out. I was trying to sit there and think of a project and I couldn't think of anything to do, and when I thought of something I wanted to do, I didn't know why I wanted to do it. Well, I was trying to find a project, I was trying to find a purpose for the project. Every time I found something I cared about enough to start the project, I was never confident and I didn't really like it, and I didn't think it was really good enough. In life design, finding purpose for your project is really important. You have to know the why on why you're doing your project, and that was really hard for me. Since this class wasn't like any other regular class, I felt like I was behind and I really didn't know where to start. In a regular class, you get a criteria and have teachers holding your hand on exactly how they want the project done, where the start is, where the goal is, and the whole process in between it. In life design, you don't get told what to do and how to do it. You could develop whatever you wanted with no structure. That's why I had to find out what to do on my own, and I think that was the hardest part, starting somewhere. The project I ultimately led to was advocating for the Morristown Hospital expansion. It all started when my grandma fell and needed to be rushed to the ambulance. It took her forever to get treated in the ER. In these reviews, immediate help is not something you would want to go to Morristown for. We need to change that. There are too many people in the ER in order to give a good experience to the people coming in and needing help. I thought helping the reason why the expansion hasn't happened yet might help it move faster and get the expansion to actually happen. For this project, I had to do a bunch of research and a bunch of emailing and interviewing and calling. I had to go out of my comfort zone and talk to people that I didn't know. This project came with a lot of challenges, such as understanding what to say to people and how to say it. Emailing, responding, and talking to people were really hard. I need to know exactly what to say to get a good reply with more details and more room to ask questions and get answers. I had to reach out to people and go outside of my comfort zone talking to people I didn't know, which isn't my strong suit. I literally make my friends order from you whenever we go out and get me food. So talking to people and reaching out was a challenge in itself, adding on to the project, which made it even harder. Eventually, I got over that fear and actually reaching out and feeling confident about it. I was able to send emails and talk to people without having pauses or being stuck on what to say or what to ask. I was able to get way longer emails that had way more instruction and advice so that I could have my questions answered, even if it wasn't the best news to hear for my project. That helped a lot for the rest of my idea, as this was like a very communicative project. Another challenge was when I had to reach out and I either wouldn't get an answer, get told my project was too big, or an answer not giving me any information at all. With these challenges, I had to get around them and get to the same goal, which was helping the hospital's ER and getting enough information to know what I'm talking about, to inform other people and give them an understanding as well. In order to get this information, I had to research and call people to get my answers. And most of the time, they never picked up, and the research just was saying the same exact thing over and over again. I ended up writing an article about why the expansion should happen and what it could help with. This article was supposed to be able to get other people to help start advocating for it and getting information from me and not every other article saying the same exact thing. Having to communicate with so many people helped me learn how to get to the point faster, talk to people, and my writing in general. Before, when I would email people, I wouldn't get a direct answer or just no email back. This could be on their part, but it could also be on mine and my writing. Being able to get to the point faster when reaching out to people outside of schools or places where they could say no is very important. For example, school teachers will most likely want to help the students, but when it's someone outside of school who works at a hospital, say, they could ignore you completely or just say no. In my case, they were telling me that the project was too big and would stress them out basically too much. Being able to get from one place to another and having the same goal is really important. I had to learn how to grasp people's attention and understand how to send a short but very informational email. In interviews, you're able to talk more and ask more questions. I learned when to do the different types of ways to communicate with different kinds of people. This not only helps with my project, but this could also help outside of class, such as job interviews or reaching out to colleges. Not only that, but my writing skills in history and English, my core classes, got way better. By being able to communicate better, I am able to get more information and better responses. At first, I was just getting emails which were small and not helpful at all, and research was just repeating itself. But these are the kinds of emails I would get and the kinds of articles I would come across. After getting better at communication, it was easier getting my responses that were easier to understand. With everything that life design class has set me up for, really made an impact on me and my future and outside of school, especially with my communication skills, as communication is always key.